have a packed room with over 170 people here today. So welcome to our 20th annual Miller College Business Alumni Awards. That's a lot of years. So my name is Kathy Dubois. Most of you know me. I know most of you, and I look forward to meeting those of you who I don't already know before you leave today. I have the great privilege of serving as Brian Dean of Miller College of Business. And this is always one of my favorite, always. This is my second year here, but I have so been looking forward to this day because we get to honor our incredibly accomplished alumni. And we get to meet family and friends and students, our recently graduated students who have come back, and those students who are currently with us. It's really quite a very, very special day. So I'm grateful for you to be here, and we are all, the spirit of beneficence, I think, just oversees this whole event. We have many people in our college of our alumni and friends who return to campus. And will those alumni and community partners who have supported immersive projects, mentored students, or visited classes, will you please stand? There are a number of you. Yeah, we have so many mentors. Yeah. Look at this. So even though some of you are not on the program today, you are fueling the greatness that is Miller College of Business. So thank you for all you do for all of our students. Also, Miller College faculty and staff are the assets that allow us to provide the programming and classes necessary for student success. They give our students the insights and tools to prepare them for life beyond graduation. Will those members of our faculty and staff in attendance please stand? Thank you so much. You are the day in, day out lifeblood of the college. I now want to recognize our dedicated staff who have worked diligently to make this particular event successful. Please stand as I call your name. Tammy Estep, Senior Director of External Relations. JJ Haney is not able to be here today. She's Secretary to the Dean and Office Supervisor. Dina White, Event Manager and Support Specialist. And Victoria Meldrum, Manager of Publications and Web Services for CBER. Can we please all give them a rousing round of applause? It is now my honor to introduce our wonderful provost for Ball State University, Dr. Anand Mari, who will provide this welcome to campus.
Good afternoon. Come on, I'm a high school social studies teacher. We can do better than that. Good afternoon. It is always a pleasure to join alumni, faculty, staff, students, and guests on our campus for our celebration. As Kathy mentioned, welcome to the 20th Annual Miller College of Business Alumni Awards Luncheon. So the 20th anniversary gemstone is the emerald. But since the Ball State colors are cardinal and white, we won't be giving out any emeralds today. Instead, I trust we will enjoy celebrating a deserving group of people, those alumni from our Miller College of Business whose outstanding achievements reflect our university mission to empower graduates to have fulfilling careers and to lead meaningful lives. Please accept my heartfelt congratulations. The professional attributes that define your success, your ambition, your innovation, and your creativity are the attributes we want to instill in our students. You are the role models for all our students and an inspiration for all of us here today. And we're pleased you can join us at such an exciting time for our university. The Miller College is well on its way to a successful AACSB, International Business Reaccreditation. The assessment team visited here in February, and they were truly impressed by many of our practices. While we wait the official reaffirmation of our accreditation in the upcoming months, the faculty, staff, and leadership of the college can take pride in the strong foundation they have built together, and I'm grateful for all their hard work. As you may know, we're wrapping up the first 5 years of our Destination 2040, our flight plan, and moving into the next 5 years of our strategic plan. We remain committed to our enduring values, and our goals will continue to be focused on excellence in education for undergraduate and graduate students, community engagement and impact, scholarship, and the positive impact it can have on the lives of others, and inclusiveness and effectiveness as an institution. Miller College will remain instrumental in helping us fulfill our vision and mission. Miller College fosters a culture that believes in our students, but that culture also demands that they believe in themselves. But I ask you, do you remember what your confidence level was as a student? Think back. Even if you were pretty sure of your ability and where you were headed, wasn't it always easier when someone else believed in you too? We challenge our students to excel, to create opportunity for themselves and others, and to pursue their passion with purpose. But isn't that always easier and frequently more inspiring when our students can learn about the opportunities, passions, and success of others like you? As you also know, the college has embarked on a mission to define its unique identity. This student-driven initiative provides students with the skills that they will serve them well in their careers, but also serves the college in helping better recruit and retain students who will one day be receiving these alumni awards. Let me be clear. You are an integral part of that college identity through the stories as your time as students, with the expertise you shared during dialogue days, and to the challenges and opportunities you present in immersive learning courses, and your generosity of time, resources that allow our students to be successful. You engage with students that at all points of their educational journey, and while you may not realize it, that engagement shapes not just their lives as students and as future professionals, but also as engaged citizens in communities small and large. This was the 36th year of Dialogue Days, by the way, with 60+ panel discussions and workshops offered to students, more than 120 alumni returning to campus from places as far away as Delaware, Florida, Iowa, Illinois is not that far, but Kentucky, Michigan, North Carolina, Ohio, Wisconsin, and Texas. Student attendance increased by 58% this year over last, and that the alumni shared glowing feedback, noting that the student questions were more insightful than ever. Thank you to all those who were involved. I'm going to give you a hand. And of course, Miller College alumni show their generosity by donating meaningful sums to support our Call for Beneficence campaign and during One Ball State Day. And your contributions directly to Miller College of Business programs such as SOAR and Study Abroad, or your contributions to the university initiatives such as the Teacher Scholar Fund, Cardinal Kitchen, or Naming a Goose, honk honk, empower students to claim their voice and become innovative leaders of tomorrow, leaders who will inspire others and enhance local and global communities. Our students are your legacy too, and thank you for all you do for them. So there's much going on in Miller that could be shared, but I know you have to go to lunch. So I'm going to keep this brief and allow you more time to have conversation over lunch. Congratulations again to this year's alumni honorees. I appreciate your support on behalf of Ball State, and I'm proud of your many accomplishments. Thank you.
Thank you, Provost Mari, for your comments and for your continued support of Miller College. And I just have to say, I feel so much support from Provost Mari. It's really a privilege to work under his guidance. So now please join me in a moment of silence as we prepare for our meal together. Thank you. We are serving lunch buffet style today. We will release the tables for the buffet in turn, so wait until your table has been released. And if you are vegetarian, please tell the servers at the buffet, and they will take care to make sure you get an appropriate meal. Okay? Thank you so much and enjoy your meal. After the meal, we will have our awards ceremony. Thank you. All right. I'm sure everyone, it sounds like you've had great conversation. And it's time to start the award recognition piece of our program. Thank you all again for being here, and continue to enjoy your meal as we get started with awards. I look out and I see these faces, and I see people I haven't had a chance to say hi to yet, and it's just really fun. Okay, so our focus on alumni relationships really does distinguish Miller College. Our students have more opportunity to interface with alumni than any other university, particularly of our size, that I know of. We gain wisdom from those who preceded us, and through corporate partnerships, mentoring, and engagement, we support the next generation of Cardinals. Today, we recognize those alums whose support and accomplishments have helped strengthen the reputation of Miller College. Their professional achievements inspire us and our students, and their dedication to the community demonstrates that they are living Ball State's commitment to beneficence. So today, we will begin the 2025 Miller College of Business Award of Achievement presentation. These awards of achievement recognize Miller College alumni who hold responsibility and demonstrate professional success. Recipients are active Ball State University Alumni Association members and support Miller College and Ball State through contributions to the Ball State Foundation. I will introduce each award recipient as they come to the stage. I will speak a little bit about them and why we chose them, and then they will have an opportunity to express whatever they want to say about getting their award. Okay? So, first person, Erica Cheney, please make your way to the stage. So it is my honor to introduce the first of our 2025 Award of Achievement recipients, Erica Cheney. Erica earned her bachelor's degree in Accounting and Information Systems from Ball State in 2014. And today she serves as an Audit and Assurance Senior Manager at Deloitte in Indianapolis. That title alone is impressive for someone who graduated just in 2014. But what's even more inspiring is the story behind Erica. She has grown her career entirely at Deloitte, rising from staff accountant to senior manager, thanks to her exceptional work ethic, technical skill, and her commitment to lifting others as her career progresses. She's also a leader outside the office. Erica serves on our Paul W. Parkinson Department of Accounting Advisory Board. She's previously served on the Ball State Young Alumni Council. She's active in the Indiana CPA Society, Executive Women in Finance, and Junior Achievement of Central Indiana. And at Deloitte, she champions professional development, leading training efforts locally, and even serving on the national audit faculty. When you ask Erica what made a difference on her journey, she points to Ball State. She remembers homecoming and her time at Doherty Hall, planning events, building friendships, and learning how to lead. She recalls studying for the CPA exam with her classmates, everyone showing up to the library every day, cheering each other on. Erica has expressed her gratitude for the Miller Honors Program, which was influential in bringing her to Ball State. This program defined her time in Miller College and set her up for success as a well-rounded business professional. Erica, we're proud of everything you've accomplished and grateful for the way you represent the very best of Miller College of Business. Please join me in congratulating an outstanding alumna, Erica Cheney. It's an important part of the ritual.
First one's always tough. Thank you to the Miller College, both for this award and my fantastic education. Thank you to my husband, who's holding down the fort with our baby while I'm on maternity leave right now. The Miller Honors Program did bring me to Ball State and define my experience, but there's so many unique and amazing opportunities outside just the debits and credits of it all. The small classes, the dedicated professors, the projects, including my 3D printing thesis with Dr. Chen, and the alumni speakers prepped us for the real world. Dr. Kitchens instilled in us to expect the unexpected. This has also defined my career, jumping to new opportunities at clients when they have transactions or helping when a staff member needs extra support. During my senior capstone presentation, he tried to throw off my team by ordering Papa John's pizza during the middle of our presentation to see how we'd handle it. Did not handle it correctly in restricting the entire class from eating the pizza that everyone could see and smell. In my current role today, have many business lunches and lunch and learns that I'm teaching. And the moral of the story is to let the people eat first and then get across your message. I'm so appreciative of my time here as a student and now as a Cardinal alumni. Congratulations to the other awards winners. Let's make sure the students of today have the same amazing experience that we had.
Thank you so much, Erica. We all have those stories with faculty that build character. That is their job. Okay, next awardee for the Alumni Award is Mitch Dudley. Come to the stage, Mitch. So Mitch earned both his undergraduate and MBA degrees at Miller College of Business, a double undergraduate major in business administration and finance, followed by an MBA. He's a proud two-time Cardinal. Today, Mitch serves as Assistant Vice President and Business Banking Officer at the National Bank of Indianapolis. In just a few short years, he's built a strong career in banking, rising through the ranks with roles in credit, portfolio management, and commercial relationship management. His drive, his integrity, and knowledge of the financial industry have made him a trusted partner to clients and colleagues alike. What truly sets Mitch apart is his commitment to service, especially to Ball State. Since graduating, he's been an enthusiastic, I will vouch for that, and generous volunteer, serving on both the Ball State University Alumni Council and the Young Alumni Council. He currently chairs the Alumni Awards Committee and the Young Advisory Council Scholarship Committee. You'll also find him at every commencement ceremony, proudly volunteering with the Office of the President. Mitch also gives back through his employer, volunteering with servants at work, building ramps for those in need, and helping equip teachers through Teachers' Treasures. When asked what matters most during his time at Ball State, Mitch doesn't hesitate. The people. From faculty mentors to fellow alumni, he says the relationships and lessons he gained here have shaped his journey and continue to inspire his success. Mitch, thank you for leading with heart, for giving back generously, and representing Miller College with pride. Please join me in congratulating Mitch Dudley.
Thank you, Dean Dubois and the Miller College of Business for the award. So I did not tell my mom that I was going to have the opportunity to speak. So if you see her sliding further down in her chair, she's probably just as nervous as I am. I would not be where I am today without my education from the Miller College of Business and Ball State University. As Dean Dubois said, I enthusiastically tell everyone I come across the power behind a Ball State education and what doors it can open for you. I look across the sea of people and I see a lot of my fellow professionals from the banking industry that I've worked with or have come in contact with over my short 6 years. When I embarked on my career in banking almost 7 years ago at this point, I was not planning on a career in banking. My plan was to get my education and work at Ball State or another institution of higher education. Turns out it is much harder to get a job in higher education with 0.0 years of experience right out the gate. So I expanded my options. I ended up working as a credit analyst at Mutual Bank in Muncie, which no longer exists, sadly. But through that experience at Mutual Bank, I was able to then continue to move up in the ranks, and now I proudly work at the National Bank of Indianapolis. I am very fortunate to have so many friends and colleagues here at the university, as well as everyone who has touched me professionally in my career in banking. I'd like to thank God, I'd like to thank my mom for being here today, and for all my friends and family. Thank you.
Thank you. All of these are so much fun. Okay, our third and last award of achievement for today goes to Justin Proctor. Come to the stage. I love how they have to stand here while I talk about them. You know, just that spotlight. It's so good. All right, Justin holds both bachelor's and master's degrees in accounting from Ball State. Further, he was recently granted a diploma of graduation from the Graduate School of Banking at the University of Wisconsin-Madison and the Central States Conference of Bankers Association, as well as a graduate certificate in executive leadership from the Graduate School of Banking at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, graduating with high honors. That's a lot. Today, he serves as Senior Vice President and Chief Operating Officer of GBC Bank in Greenfield, Indiana, a role in which he has had significant impact. Under his leadership, GBC has modernized operations across the board, introducing mobile banking platforms, new fraud mitigation tools, AI-driven phone systems, and even a school spirit debit card program for Hancock County schools. Like so many Cardinals, Justin's story goes beyond operational success. It's rooted in values. He is deeply committed to financial literacy, teaching regularly in local schools, and expanding community outreach through his bank. He serves on the executive committee of our Paul W. Parkinson Department of Accounting Advisory Board, speaks at Dialogue Days, and never misses an opportunity to give back to Ball State students. He's often in our building, and he stops by when he's there. His excellence has been widely recognized. He's a recipient of the Accounting Department's 3 Under 30 and Emerging Leader Awards, and was named a national 40 Under 40 Emerging Community Banking Leader by the Independent Community Bankers of America. When asked what shaped his journey, Justin points to the personal connections he formed at Ball State, especially the mentorship he received from faculty like Dr. Jim Duncan, who remains a friend and advisor to this day. Justin, thank you for the example you set as a business leader, a mentor, and a proud Miller College graduate.
So I have a few remarks. As some of the people in the crowd know, I can get a little windy, so I'm going to try to keep this under 2 minutes, as I was told to do. Thank you, Dean Dubois, and I did work on that for a week because I've been calling you Kathy for a year and a half. So if you had not had the pleasure of meeting Kathy, I very much encourage you to do so. She is doing great things at this college, and I believe she's going to take us to new levels of success that we've never seen before. Thank you for all you've done and continue to do for the college and your short tenure at Ball State University. I am humbled and honored to be here today to accept this award of achievement from the Miller College of Business. For anyone that personally knows me, I truly appreciate this university, the Miller College of Business, and the Paul Parkinson Department of Accounting. My education here has opened more doors than I can ever imagine in my career and my network, and I will always be grateful for the education and the connections that I have developed through Ball State University. It would be easy for me to stand up here today and personally praise my achievements, but that truly is not the case and not who I am. I have been blessed throughout my career to be surrounded by incredibly talented and hardworking individuals that make these achievements possible. Every one of these individuals has made an impact on my career, and I wouldn't be standing here without their support each and every day. With all that being said, I need to specifically thank some individuals today. First and foremost, I must thank God. I would not be here today without my Lord and Savior, and none of this is possible without Him. Thank you to my parents for instilling a strong work ethic in me at a young age through our family farm. Thank you to Dr. Jim Duncan, who's not here today, who has been one of the greatest mentors of my career and my faith journey. I am thankful to call him one of my dearest friends to this day. Thank you to GBC Bank and my colleagues that are here today, and specifically Mike Graff for giving me the greatest opportunity of my career to share my vision and passion for community banking. As you know, I absolutely love this industry. Thank you to all my colleagues, former classmates, friends, and professionals that I can't list on here that push me to new heights every single day. Last, and certainly not least, I want to thank my wife, Allison, for her continued support, love, and encouragement. She has the hardest and most important job of all by raising our 3 boys every single day. Without your love and support, I could not do what I'd love to do every single day. For the last 11 years, you've endured long hours, stress, work commitments, and everything in between with nothing but love and support. I love you so very much. For all of you future alumni in attendance today, and for those that are just starting your careers, one piece of advice that I would like to give you is to never give up on your dreams. Work hard and take advantage of every opportunity set before you. Life and work are challenging every single day, but for those that never give up and approach work with a positive attitude, you will achieve great success with your education from Ball State University in your career and your personal life. To all those award winners today, I'm grateful to share this day with you, and congratulations to each one of you. I'm also very happy to share the stage with Mitchell, and Erica. I've known them a long time, and they're very good friends of mine. I admire each of you and continued support of Miller College. I admire each of you and your continued support of Miller College of Business and Ball State University. Thank you very much.
This is really fun. Okay, moving on to the next section. These are the awards of distinction. So these awards honor Miller College business alumni who demonstrate outstanding professional success and dedicate themselves as civic leaders. Recipients are active members of Ball State's Alumni Association and show loyalty, support, and leadership on behalf of Miller College of Business. First one goes to Carrie Anderson. Carrie currently serves as Executive Vice President and Chief Financial Officer of the Campbell's Company, no longer Campbell's Soup. Yes, and in this role, she leads global finance for a multi-billion-dollar company, bringing strategic leadership to a legacy brand while helping shape its future. Her journey to the C-suite is built on deep expertise, broad experience, and a reputation for results. She previously served as CFO at Integra Life Sciences and held several senior financial leadership roles at Dover Corporation and Delphi, now Aptiv. At every stage, Carrie has driven transformation, strengthened teams, and championed inclusion. She's also earned recognition at the national level, named a top 25 woman leader in medical devices, one of NJBIZ People to Watch in Finance, and a best CFO in the mid-cap medical device category by Institutional Investor magazine. Carrie's influence extends beyond business. She currently serves on the board of Embecta Corporation and on multiple CFO leadership councils. At Campbell's, she's an executive sponsor of the Women's Inclusion Network and the Days of Giving campaign, and she's co-chaired fundraising efforts for the Children's Brain Tumor Foundation. And we're proud to say she's a Ball State Cardinal. Carrie earned her MBA from Miller College of Business in 1995, and she continues to give back, most recently serving as an executive in residence and sharing her experience with our students during dialogue days. Here's a memorable insight. Carrie often tells students, make discomfort your comfort zone. Isn't that great? I love that. It's a message she truly lives, whether navigating a boardroom, stepping into a new industry, or being the tiebreaker when others hesitate. That kind of courage has shaped her journey and continues to inspire those around her. Carrie, we are proud of all you've accomplished and grateful for the example you set as a leader, a mentor, and a trailblazer. Congratulations.
It is wonderful to be here today, and I want to recognize all the other honorees that are here today, really in great company, and the accomplishments are just phenomenal. I also want to thank the Kathy for giving me this award and all of the friendship that Brenda and Kathy have given me over the last couple of years and getting to know me and welcoming back to Ball State in a number of different areas. I really appreciate the award from the Miller College of Business. Look, I credit my MBA with really opening the door to finance. It was the catalyst that moved me. I have my undergraduate in chemical engineering, and as I look at my 35 years of career in industry, most of that has been on the finance side, a very a little bit on the engineering side. And I credit the MBA from Ball State as really opening that door for me. While my engineering maybe gave me the foundation in terms of analytics and problem solving, it really was the Ball State degree in my MBA that allowed me to get the financial fundamentals and the strategic management that ultimately guided me to a very fulfilling career in finance. I would say that I've been very purposeful in my career. I've gone to many different industries over the course of those 35 years, always building on one opportunity after the other, always looking for that next challenge. And in every case, I've gone to companies where we have a physical product. And I think that's a little bit of the engineer in me wanting to be close to the business. There is a show I'm sure most of you know. It's called Ted Lasso. And I love that show because it is lots of leadership lessons. And one of the quotes that really I certainly like is the man once said, "The harder you work, the luckier you are." And I certainly have worked and have worked pretty much to get here where I am. So, and I really appreciate being honored here today. Today I serve as the CFO of Campbell's, and as Kathy mentioned, earlier this year we dropped the name The Soup Company out of it, and now it's called just the Campbell's Company. And it reflects the diversity of the brands, and I hope many of you, and I saw in the Union cafeteria that some of those Campbell's brands are there. Obviously the iconic red and white, but also Goldfish. Our newest add to the family is our Rayo's Italian premium sauce as well. Fantastic company and wonderful people. I really like being a mentor to many of the folks that I've come across in my career. And as Kathy mentioned, there's a few pieces of advice. One of those that she mentioned earlier about being close to the fire, right? Choosing discomfort and being ultimately that tiebreaker. But also I would say, you know, another area of advice is around choosing curiosity. Make it a habit. Make sure that you're getting your participation grade and asking about what you can do to make things better. And the last piece is around playing the long game, right? Choose excellence every day, here and now. Those promotions will come over time, but again, keep your eye focused on the long game. And again, thank you so much for this award today. Thank you.
You know, our MBA is online, and Carrie had never been to Muncie until she came last fall for homecoming. It was just remarkable. So the impact that Ball State can make, even when students are not here on campus, it's really incredible. So it's that wonderful top 20 MBA. Love it. Thank you, Jason. Okay, our next awardee for the Award of Distinction is Gary Gatton. Gary. Gary is a 1965, is that right? No, 85. Whew. 1985 graduate of Miller College of Business, where he earned a degree in finance. But as anyone who has worked with him can tell you, his impact goes far beyond the numbers. Gary recently served as CEO of Traditional Medicinals, the leading seller of organic and wellness teas in North America. When I first met him, I remarked about how much of his product I had consumed. Under his leadership, the company quadrupled in size and transformed from a niche brand to a top performer in its category, all while staying true to a mission-centered, sustainable business model. As CEO and previously Chief Customer Officer, Gary led with purpose, so Ball State, and centering community, equity, and environmental responsibility in everything from supply chains to production innovation. His career also includes senior leadership roles at Kellogg's, Pillsbury, and Procter & Gamble, where he consistently led high-performing teams and drove transformational growth. Along the way, he's received recognition for both business impact and values-based leadership, including 2 MO100 Impact CEO Awards and the Kellogg Diversity Leadership Award. Beyond business, Gary's heart for service runs deep. He's coached girls AAU basketball, served on the board of Unity Spiritual Center in Fort Wayne, and supported global equity initiatives through his 12-year involvement with Women's Serve. He's been a consistent champion of Ball State, offering internships, mentoring students, and giving his time generally through dialogue days and faculty collaborations and his service on the Executive Advisory Board. When asked what contributed most to his success, Gary shared a quote from Robert Frost about how one opportunity leads to the next. That openness to possibility and the courage to follow a path not yet taken has defined his career. Gary, thank you for being a bold and compassionate leader and for showing students what's possible. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. You know, in 1981, when I came to campus, like many of you probably, I was a first-generation college student and the oldest in my family, and I had no idea what was in front of me. I was excited but naive and nervous as well. And I just couldn't have found a better match for me, you know, and particularly in the Miller Business College. You know, with the manageable class sizes and the caring faculty, it was just so instrumental in getting me through something that was new. And, you know, my finance degree that I earned from Miller has served me very well in a 40-year sales and marketing career, actually, and finally as a CEO. And incidentally, I should acknowledge my biggest supporter, my wife Judy, is also a graduate of the Miller College of Business in 1986. In addition to the business school, you know, Ball State provided all these leadership opportunities that I'm just so grateful towards. I was able to be like president of the Student Foundation and president of Sigma Chi Fraternity and some other things. And not only did I learn a lot from those opportunities, but I'm so grateful that they let me make mistakes as a 21-year-old that I didn't have to make again in the business world, and it really gave me a leg up in the business world as I moved ahead. You know, I feel so fortunate that I get to have this connection. Brenda, you're so much of the reason why I have it, to faculty and friends that went here and students. It's just great. I also just want to say, as being connected for a long time, I come into dialogue days for years. Kathy, I am absolutely inspired by what you're doing. Like the energy and the momentum that is going on here. You're not just like holding us to standards, but you're really stretching the college, and I'm really excited by everything that's happening. Real quickly, if you grant me the opportunity, I feel, because there's so many influential leaders in here, to take a moment to talk to you about something I'm very passionate about, and that's social business, corporate social business. This idea that we're not just in service to shareholders, but we're in service to all of our stakeholders. I'm very fortunate my last 13 years have been in working for a mission-driven company that's at the core of everything that we do. We produce all of our product. We are the second largest tea company, bagged tea company in the United States. We produce all of our product in Northern California, but we get our raw material from 43 countries around the world. And we are passionate about making sure that wherever those raw materials come from, those herbs, that we know those people, we know those communities, we make sure they're paid a fair wage. Just one example, and I can go on and on. We get senna from India. The type of senna we use is only grown in India and Africa, so that's where we get it. When we showed up, girls had no rights, no education. Young women and their mothers, they carried water all day. Not only have we built 6 schools, but we won't buy senna from the farmers unless they allow their daughters to go to school, because they wouldn't allow them to get an education before we came. That's the type of work that we do, and I just challenge everybody to think that way. The people in this room do fantastic things. They provide jobs and livelihoods and opportunities for their people, but we can even do more. And here's another reason why it matters. I come to Ball State and I talk all the time, and I talk about my career, and I talk about my discipline in finance, or I talk about marketing a lot. And people are interested and they're engaged. These kids are amazing. You know, sometimes they yawn a little bit while I'm talking maybe, but mostly they're engaged. But when I talk about this, they get to the edge of their seats. They can't stop asking me questions. They ask me for jobs when the break comes, and because it matters. And it matters to consumers, and it matters to young people. So, you know, I just wanted to take a moment and talk a little about it because I'm so passionate. I'm grateful for this award and for everything that goes along with it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Gary. Gary has spoken in our classes about what a B Corp is, benefit corporation, and it really helps introduce our students to what's possible in business. Okay, so now we have our third award of distinction. And this is someone that many people are very familiar with. And if you saw this like Sigma Nu picture photo op going on over here, there's a band of brothers. So, Bob Casper, will you please come to the stage? Okay, so Bob is a true example of excellence and leadership. A proud 1981 graduate of Ball State, Bob earned degrees in accounting and management from Miller College of Business. Today, he serves as partner and wealth advisor at Corient after a long and impactful career in financial services. Over the years, Bob has built and led several highly successful wealth management firms, most recently guiding the growth of Windsor Wealth Management from $200 million to nearly $2 billion in client assets before its acquisition in 2023. He also played a pivotal role in launching Irwin Union Investor Services and Somerset Wealth Management, blending strategic acumen with a deep commitment to client trust and care. And again, those are those Ball State values coming through. He also served as chairman of the board for a national private trust company with more than $8 billion in assets, while continuing to share his expertise widely as a speaker, facilitator, and mentor across the country. But Bob's story isn't just about business. It's about service. His record of civic engagement is extraordinary. Chair of Indiana Humanities, chairman and treasurer of the Indianapolis Symphony Orchestra, trustee of the Lacey Foundation, and board member of multiple community foundations, youth organizations, and education-focused nonprofits. And we're proud to say that Bob currently chairs the Finance and Investment Committee of the Ball State University Foundation Board. Bob credits Ball State for giving him purpose and a foundation of values that have guided him throughout his life: respect for others, lifelong learning, and servant leadership. Bob, your life's work is a model of leadership, generosity, and impact. We are truly honored to recognize you today.
Thank you, Kathy. Who is that guy? We need to get him up here. I want to, first of all, say that they promised me a teleprompter so that I could share my 15 minutes of wisdom with you. But Henry Hall told me I only had, the Academy Award time. Get on, get off, all right? So I have condensed my comments. I have no wisdom and I have no teleprompter, so here I am. I want to thank you, Kathy, for your leadership in the Miller College. It's just been extraordinary. I want to thank also the university leadership. Certainly, President Mearns has just done an amazing job, and obviously before him, President Gora. Provost Mari's been amazing, along with many, many others, and certainly Gene Crosby does an amazing amount of work at the foundation to help build what is a sustainable focus for our students through scholarship as well as through all the other initiatives the university needs with philanthropic support. I thought I'd just share just a few minutes how I got to Ball State, because it wasn't the easy path. I had a couple of fortunate events happen in my life, one of which was my father got a promotion and moved the family to Indiana, right in the middle of my junior year in high school. I thought that was going to be difficult. It was, but it made me kind of survival of the fittest. I just got dropped into a new school right in the middle of junior year. And I was, God did not give me athletic talent, Zippo. I tried out for the basketball team in 7th grade. I don't even think my daughter knows this. I tried out for the basketball team. I didn't have a basketball. I didn't have a basketball hoop. I didn't know how to dribble. I was slow. So I became the manager. But because I didn't have athletic talents, music was where I started my focus. That kept me off the streets. I became a pretty good classical clarinetist. The fortunate event happened when the student teacher at Valparaiso High School was a Ball State student teacher. He decided to bring my talents to Muncie, Indiana. I got a small music scholarship, and there I started. So I was here on a music scholarship for 2 years before I decided probably need to get a job that would provide for a lifestyle that I wanted for myself and my future family. So band it was, and here I went and got here to the university, and then joined the Miller College of Business really in earnest in my junior year here. Now, because I was an accounting student, oftentimes ended up with a dull pencil. The dull pencil is a very important part of my story, because one day I was at Bracken Library studying. I was studying at Bracken Library with my fraternity brothers, I might add. And thank you to two of them in particular, Frank Schwartzel and Mark Dice, who got me through the accounting program. But I saw my future wife studying at a table at Bracken Library on 3rd floor, and behind her was a pencil sharpener. I had a dull pencil. I'm bound and determined to go ask this person out on my first date. So right before my pencil became a stub, I asked her out, and she said yes. And 43 years later, we're going to celebrate our 43rd wedding anniversary in a week or so, and we have 2 wonderful children. And certainly without her support, none of this ever would have happened. 2 wonderful children, my daughter Kylie and my son Kevin, who are also married to 2 incredible people. So we've seen that wonderful experience of education and commitment to community continue in our family. Another very important, fortunate event happened when I was getting ready to get out of school. I was interviewing for a job, And lo and behold, the managing partner at Ernst & Winnie at the time, Ernst & Young, downtown Indianapolis, was a Ball State alumni. So he saw my resume come through, a very solid B student with lots of university activities. Being commander of Sigma Nu fraternity was one of my proudest achievements. We debated disco or rock and roll, important functions at that time in our lives. But he took a risk on me of, going into public accounting at that time in the early 1980s when jobs were not plentiful, 11% unemployment. But I got a job there, and thankfully, the Ball State Cardinal DNA worked, and I was able to move my way through public accounting into the banking and financial service industry. I met my partner, Randy Clark, who's also here, an alumni in 1981 of the Miller College. I met him in 2000, and we've been partners ever since. And we've had a wonderful, wonderful career helping high and ultra-high net worth families, managing their affairs and their legacies to their families and future generations. So again, thank you for this incredible recognition. Congratulations to all the other award winners. Thank you to my family. And thank God I did not have any athletic ability. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that music scholarship. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Bob. Okay, so now we move on to the next class of awards. So this is our Distinguished Partner Award. The Distinguished Partner Award is, okay, so just hold on. Okay, it is selected by the Brian Dean, so I get to do this, in Miller College, and it recognizes an organization and or individual that has made a significant impact on Miller College, providing meaningful learning opportunities for our students through applied projects, internships, or full-time employment. These award recipients personify partnerships for the students, faculty, and the staff as well. They serve as visible champions of Miller College and Ball State University. Today, this award honors a company and a leader who exemplify what it means to invest in people, purpose, and partnership. This year, the award goes to Martin Marietta as a company and to Tom Nelson, Vice President of Human Resources for Martin Marietta. Come on. Okay, so Martin Marietta is a leading supplier of building materials across North America and a proud member of the S&P 500 Index. With operations in 28 states, Canada, and the Bahamas, the company is helping communities grow, literally and figuratively. Martin Marietta is known for operational excellence and its strong commitment to community partnerships and workforce development. That spirit of investment is embodied by Tom Nelson. In his vice president position, Tom advises Martin Marietta on human capital initiatives that shape company growth, guide mergers and acquisitions, and develop future-ready teams. Tom has built a strong track record of empowering employees and driving leading cultural change. He brings strategic insight, deep business expertise, and a true heart for mentoring the next generation. He serves as chair of our Management and Leadership Advisory Board and is a trusted advisor to faculty and students alike. Tom and Martin Marietta have provided very generous support, both in time and funding, for one of our most visible student-led initiatives, the Miller College Carnival. Hosted each spring by our Dean Student Advisory Council, this event welcomes current and admitted students to enjoy conversations about Miller College majors, minors, and student organizations in a playful outdoor environment with giveaways and prizes. Held on Admitted Students Day, thousands of potential and current students have an opportunity to experience the engagement and excellence that make Miller College so special. Tom, thank you, and Martin Marietta, for believing in our students, investing in their future, and helping us build a stronger and more vibrant community.
I'm very proud to be standing here in front of so many distinguished alumni, faculty, and students. Just very proud to be here. And my gratitude to Dean Kathy Dubois. This is beyond words for me. And when I received the call about this award, I was just enamored by this. I love being here on Ball State University's campus. And it made me think about what can I do even more to give back to these students. I love being on campus, and there's a few people I want to say thank you to. To start off with, on paper, the Distinguished Partner Award, it's about companies like Martin Marietta. We have the opportunity to give back. And it's with learning opportunities, with internships, it's full-time opportunities. And my experiences being here on campus, being around students and faculty and the staff have been truly inspirational. And I had a conversation with Scott Morris earlier before this kicked off, and I agree with Scott. It's about integrity and hard work that builds the students here, that makes it so appealing for Martin Marietta to be on this campus. Now, my journey to Ball State University, it starts with somebody that I consider a friend, a coach, and a mentor, Jill Lehman. Jill, you introduced me to Ball State. Thank you very much for bringing me in. I also want to say thanks to the Associate Dean and Interim Management and Leadership Chair, Dr. Matt Marvel. Your passion, your leadership, your influence, your innovation has set us down a great path of building an advisory board. Thank you. This opened up opportunities for me to be on campus and be around great professors like Carla Flores, who's invited me into her classroom, where I've been able to engage Ball State students and faculty to help improve my learning and development programs at Martin Marietta. And nothing can be said, I don't want to forget somebody else, because without her tireless work, Deanna Zimmer, you did wonderful things about engaging companies and finding folks to be a part of our advisory board. Thank you very much. Now, with that being said, I am so happy to be on campus. I love being around the students, and I've had an opportunity to mentor and be engaged with a lot of great people. Caroline Emmerich, who interned with us last summer, she got to influence Martin Marietta to have us sponsor the carnival for a second year in a row, and we're going to keep that going. I also want to say, Jordan Ashton, where are you at? Fabulous leadership. It goes back to what Scott was saying in our meeting, or when we were talking earlier. And I do want to say a special shout out to the intern I had last year, and Brian Truell. He's a finance major who had to intern with this HR guy. So thank you for tolerating my math. Appreciate that. Though I do want to say, with your career, stick with, he had the opportunity to travel with me last summer. Stick with finance, not pool playing. You're all rock stars, and I'm blessed to be around so many intelligent students. Last thing is really students. I only mentioned 3 of you, but I've seen a few of you, others that I've just walking around the room, and I'm really here because of you, so thank you. I want to thank you again, Dean Dubois. You are a truly an inspirational leader, and I can't say enough about you and your staff. You make it easy to want to come on campus and be around your students. Thank you. I want to say congratulations to the distinguished alumni here today. I am very humbled to be in your presence. And finally, though by education I'm from Nebraska, there's something that I've found over the years about Ball State that's just very special to me. And with that, I'm going to embody that in my future on what I'm going to do to give back to the students, the faculty, the staff, and this university. Thank you.
So Tom and Martin Marietta, having sponsored this carnival, we have a lot of, it's run solely, it's a student event with like a $25,000 price tag to it. And it is solely run by students. And I have a number of Dean Student Advisory Council members. Will you stand so we can recognize you as well? You're throughout the room. It's a group of 20 amazing students, and we are so privileged. Okay, we move now to the next award, the Hall of Fame Award. This is a really special one, and I just love, there's Frog Baby, that bliss on her face, yeah. So this is the Hall of Fame Award. The Hall of Fame is our most prestigious award. It is awarded to alumni who hold positions of distinction in business, government, or academia, and demonstrate exceptional professional success. Recipients are significant, loyal supporters of Ball State and recognized civic leaders. They are among our most prominent graduates. Their pictures are hung in the Molinaro Hall of Fame conference room. So we see them every week, numerous times. Henry Hall, will you please come forward? Henry Hall is a proud 1983 graduate of Ball State. No, 93. I'm so sorry. I need to get my glasses fixed for this distance. 93 graduate of Ball State University, where he earned his degree in finance and investments with a concentration in accounting. But long before he was leading boardrooms, Henry was holding the line on the football field. From 1988 to 92, Henry played football for the Cardinals, and during that time, he distinguished himself as both a standout student athlete and a leader. He was a two-time first-team All-MAC selection as defensive end, one of the toughest, most physical positions on the field, and also a two-time first-team academic All-MAC honoree. In his final year, he served as co-captain of the team, bringing the same gift and poise to the locker room that he would later bring to the boardroom. That experience, learning how to lead, how to motivate others, and how to compete with integrity, became a foundation for everything that followed. Today, Henry is the Chief Executive Officer of SkyTech Products Group in Fort Wayne. His career includes decades of executive experience, including senior roles at National City Bank, where he served communities across northern Indiana, and as a principal for the financial growth firm Incorporated. He is also the current board chair of the Hearth, Patio, and Barbecue Association, guiding strategic growth for an entire industry. What truly sets Henry apart is his deep and lasting service to Ball State University. Henry has served as a member of the Ball State University Board of Trustees since 2019, providing essential leadership for our institution with wisdom and heart. He has served on the Miller College Executive Advisory Board, been a regular panelist for Dialogue Days, offered internships, and mentored our students, making a difference in a variety of ways to our college. Henry does all of this with a sincere sense of gratitude for the role Ball State has played in his life. Henry's contributions have already earned him the Award of Achievement from Miller College, Fort Wayne's Future 40 Under 40 recognition, and the Excel Award. And today, we are proud to add one more well-deserved honor to this long list. When asked what contributed most to his success, Henry keeps it simple: commitment, effort, and hard work. We know he brings strategic thinking, servant leadership, and a lifelong drive to make a difference. Henry, you've led on the field, in the office, in the community, and here at Ball State. We are incredibly proud to call you a Cardinal.
Thank you, Dean Dubois. A few people I'd like to thank before I get started. My business partner, Christopher Flick, my lovely wife, Candace. A few others, Dick Poppy. I saw him earlier when I joined the Executive Advisory Committee or Board. He was a great mentor. Sat me down, helped encourage me to speak up, speak out. Oftentimes when you're new, you kind of hang out in the back and you try to listen and learn as much as you can. And I tried to do that, but he encouraged me to speak up as often as I felt the unction to. I was told that I had to give like the Academy Awards speech, thank you and good night kind of thing, but I saw other people take the liberty to say it a little more, so I will too. So a long time ago, when I was actually a student here, student athlete, I can remember getting on the planes and traveling to different venues to play games, and we would always pass, players, we wanted to sit in the back, but we would always pass these older adults in the front of the plane. I now am one of those older adults. As a trustee, I'm now one of those older adults in the front of the plane. And I always wondered, why are they here? What do they do? How do they contribute to the university? And now I know. So most of you who've been honored in this room and others who are in this room, you contribute by giving back. You contribute by making a difference, helping formulate who this university is becoming on a daily basis. For those of us at the Miller College Business, we greatly appreciate your effort because we really drive the world, don't we? This college right here, if you look at the philanthropy that the university receives, it's mostly the people in this room. That is a fact. And so I would encourage you to stay involved, stay focused, and continue to contribute. It's not just money, but your time and your talent, and Gene would say your treasure, are all important to the university, but it's really your voice. One of the things that we learned, particularly about students who attend Ball State, is we're really not boastful or braggarts. We just put our heads down and work. But the rest of the world needs to hear our voice. We can speak boldly and proudly about the things that the university has done for us, and it doesn't come off as disingenuous. It'll be authentic, but we need to use our voice to let others know what a great university we have in Ball State. A couple other things, just for some advice for maybe some of the kids in the back of the room, not kids, students in the back of the room. My parents were a big impact on me, and one thing that my mom always said was, you want to be a moral, ethical man. And so I try to keep that in front of me. I try to stay true to that. And the one thing that my dad always shared, he was big on education. He says, about a job and any opportunity that would come your way, it was always work to learn. Let me say that one more time. Work to learn. Every job that I've ever had, if I've learned it inside out, that next promotion was right there. But work to learn, because the more you learn, the more valuable you are. And that's what we all strive for, so we can be more valuable to each other, not just ourselves. So thank you.
That is wonderful. Okay. Oh, thank you so much, Henry. So now we have one more set of recognitions to conclude our today's program. I'd like to take a moment to introduce Rob Tyler, founder of Tyler Wealth Management. Today we recognize, come on, Rob. Today we recognize Rob and his wife Julie, proud Ball State benefactors. Rob graduated from Miller College of Business in 1995 with a bachelor's degree in finance, concentrating in corporate finance and finance institutions. He has served for many years on our Miller College Finance Advisory Board and has also contributed to student success as a part-time adjunct instructor in the Department of Finance and Insurance. Today, we are honored to recognize Rob and Julie for their generous support of Miller College. And I would call you up here, Julie, but you're recording this. They've made a very meaningful gift to name a room in the Whittinger Business Building, a space that will support student learning for years to come. While the formal room dedication will take place tomorrow in the Whittinger Building, we didn't want to miss the opportunity this afternoon with so many of you gathered here who know Rob and Julie and someone else very special. They have chosen to name the room in honor of Rob's longtime mentor, Dr. Srini Sundaram. And we've invited Rob to share his story behind that decision. Rob and Julie, thank you for your generosity, your leadership, and your deep commitment to Ball State and Miller College. Rob?
Well, it's so encouraging to see the level of talent and success achieved by alumni and friends of Ball State. I'm glad my wife Julie's here and our children, Maddie and Nate. My parents, my in-laws, and team members are here to witness the quality of a Ball State business degree. So congratulations to each of the recipients. In 1991, two men arrived on the campus of Ball State University. One, experienced in industry, accomplished in academics, world-traveled, and full of practical wisdom. The other, young, barely a man, untested, and wide-eyed. Their paths would meet a couple years later in a classroom in the Whittinger Business Building, and thus began the relationship between Dr. Srinivasan Sundaram, the sage finance professor, and me, the neophyte student. Something happens in middle age that can cause a person to reflect on the past. Part of my reflection is acknowledging those people who have played a big role in my small success. Dr. Sundaram is at the top of that list. He taught me about capitalism, stock markets, and so much more. Quite possibly more than what he taught me was how he taught me. He was always prepared for class, always fair, always positive, and occasionally funny. And his grandson said I should say he's usually naughty. Was that the word? Okay. And he was maybe the only guy that could pull off wearing a bow tie in the classroom in the College of Business, and I saw him today and he had his bow tie on. It was perfect. At the end of most classes, Dr. Sundaram would send us out of the classroom with these words: be good and starch your shirts. So I would spend Sunday afternoons at my ironing board in front of the TV with my dress shirts and a can of spray starch. I still wear starched and pressed shirts today. After I graduated, Dr. Sundaram became a mentor to me. When I taught as an adjunct, my office was across the hall from his. Countless times he provided guidance to my teaching efforts. Other times we'd have lunch where I could bounce business ideas off him and learn from him as I grew in the leadership of my company. Finally, outside of my wife, Dr. Sundaram has been the biggest cheerleader and advocate for me as a financial advisor. King Solomon in the Bible is often credited with being the wisest man of all time. In Ecclesiastes chapter 3, he wrote, "I know that there is nothing better for people than to be happy and to do good while they live, that each of them may eat and drink and find satisfaction in all their toil. This is a gift of God." Well, how fitting that the wisest man I met while at Ball State would weekly remind us to be good. Thank you, Dr. Sundaram, for all you've done for me. It's only appropriate for Julie and I that we would request to name this classroom in your honor the Srinivasam Sundaram Be Good Classroom. Please join me in welcoming to the podium my professor, my mentor, and my friend, Dr. Sundaram.
If I look like the blithering idiot, I am. Dean Dubois, awardees, I'd like to introduce my family first. My wife for 45 years, she's taken that long to straighten me out. Dr. Menon, his son is married to our daughter, Dr. Vani Sundaram. She's a Burris graduate. She started the soccer team. She just didn't want dad to be the coach for that many years. Varun Sundaram, Dr. Varun Sundaram, my son, he suffered me for 4 years. Started in Burris, graduated from the academy. And that grandson of mine, he's number 2. He told his mother once a few years ago, he's lovable, but he's just a bit nutty. And I guess that shows up. To all the awardees, this is a great honor. I've sat here as a faculty member for many years, and it's made a lot of sense for us in the Miller College to recognize all our, I would say, famous, and we even have one infamous who's still behind bars, graduates. I want to recognize John, Kate, and Lisa, and Jason Harrington. Jason Harrington is a blue blood from Muncie. John Kate from Richmond, played football for us. And they were all in my class, and that's why. To Rob and Julie, a big thank you. They've got their parents here, Nathaniel and Madeline, their children are here. And it's just so important, you know, on good occasions like this to have family around. Just makes you that much more proud. Julie and Rob, you put the icing on my cake. My career is in good shape. I feel even better. You honored me. And in the end, I want to recognize your team. Jason, Scott, Brant, Lacey, Missy, Rachel, and Jill from Ohio, your Ohio office. Thank you all.
Thank you, Rob, Julie, and Srini. So this was quite a day. And as we conclude our festivities, I remind the advisory boards that many of you have work to do. So we will reconvene for our afternoon session. The college's executive advisory board will meet right away. And while on campus, we encourage all of you to explore the ever-changing and beautiful landscape of our university. Be sure to connect with us if you'd like to return to speak to a class, mentor a student, partner with one of our many immersive learning courses. We hope you have enjoyed this lunch. We hope that you have a joyous rest of your day and safe travels back to wherever you belong. For the awardees, if you would please stay after for a group photo, that would be wonderful. So now we conclude the 20th Annual Miller College of Business Alumni Awards Program. Please feel free to mingle. Thank you.